To be honest, most investors don't really know if the property they're buying will make or lose money. Just rely on quick calculators, gut feel, or what their broker says, and just hope the numbers work out. But what if you could actually see the property's entire financial story when it turns positive, how much equity it builds, and what happens when rates rise, all before you buy? And that's exactly what I'm gonna show you in this video. It's called the Property Analyzer, one of the coolest features inside SuburbsFinder, and it gives you the same level of clarity professional investors use without the spreadsheets, guesswork, or surprises. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to test any property like a pro and whether it truly fits your investment strategy. Because once you can see a property's full financial story upfront, you can move from guessing to making data-backed investment decisions the same way professionals do. I'm Gilbert, the founder of SuburbsFinder, a data platform designed to help investors make smarter property decisions using real metrics, not marketing. We've analyzed over 15,000 plus suburbs across Australia, and one of the biggest challenges investors face isn't where to buy. It's knowing if a specific property is financially viable. And that is the main reason why we built Property Analyzer and added it inside SuburbsFinder. It connects suburb level data with property level projections, so you can forecast exactly how a purchase performs over the next 10, 20, or even 30 years. This means you're not relying on general market noise. You're analyzing your property with precision, clarity, and confidence using real data. The Property Analyzer helps us understand whether a property truly fits our strategy, not just now, but decades from now. It pulls live data directly from SuburbsFinder. Things like 10-year compounded growth rate, vacancy rate, median weekly rent, typical holding costs, stamp duty, buyer's agent fees, land tax, and depreciation. Then it calculates how our cash flow, equity, and repayments evolve over time. So instead of spreadsheets, you're seeing the story of our investment backed by real data, not assumptions. Instead of wondering if a property feels right, you'll instantly know if it performs right, matching our personal investment goals and timeline. Let's start with the basics. When we open the Property Analyzer, you can choose between house or unit, then type in the property address. It automatically pulls the suburb data like median price, compounded annual growth rate, rental yield, and vacancy rate straight from our database. Next, enter the property details such as purchase price, deposit, upfront costs like LMI, solicitor, and buyer's agent's fees. Stamp duty is automatically calculated. If we're analyzing a property listed at $412,000 with a 30-year loan term and 5 years interest only, the tool instantly shows our monthly repayments and how they change once the principal and interest kick in. It shows our total interest charge, which is the amount we'll pay in interest over 30 years if the rate stays the same. It also shows our total loan repayments, which is the sum of loan amount and interest. Getting these details right gives us a realistic foundation. No optimistic guessing, just accurate numbers driving our decision. Now, add our loan details, loan period, repayment type, interest rates, and any extra repayments we'd like to test. This is where small changes make a massive difference. Add the $300 extra per month and the analyzer shows us the loan shortens by around 6 years and how much we save in interest. Add $500 and it drops even faster, saving tens of thousands in interest. We can also tweak our interest-only period, say from 5 years down to 3, and the projections update instantly. It's not a static calculator, it's a live scenario tool. Because a few small tweaks, like adjusting Excel repayments or loan structure, can literally save us years and tens of thousands in interest. The next step, and one of the most investors skip, is entering our taxable income. This lets the analyzer calculate after-tax cash flow, which is the number that actually matters month to month. Pre-tax profit might look great on paper, but what we really feel is our after-tax position. And because Property Analyzer incorporates our income, depreciation, and expenses, it shows our real net return, not just the headline yield. This helps us see the true performance of our property. How much actually cash stays in our pocket after tax, not just what looks good on paper. Now comes the most powerful part, the visual insights. The first graph is the investment property analysis. The blue line is the projected market value. The red line is the original loan. And the yellow line is the shortened loan with extra repayments. And lastly, the green line is the estimated usable equity. The graph explains our repayments today, when our interest-only period ends, and how much interest we'll save by paying extra. It even estimates when our property doubles in value based on our area's 10-year compounded annual growth rate. And the second graph, the mortgage composition, shows how each repayment breaks down between interest and principal, helping us see how much of our money is going to the bank versus the asset. And the last graph is the estimated cash flow. This one's a favorite. It compares interest only versus principal and interest cash flow, both after tax. The graph spells out how long will be negative and how much total dollars lost during that period, and the exact year our cash flow turns positive. Change the interest rate from 6.5 to 6% and we might hit positive cash flow in 2031. Bump it up to 6.7 and it might not turn positive until 2033. This isn't guesswork, it's visibility. These visuals give us instant clarity, showing exactly when we'll hit positive cash flow, how fast equity grows, and what we create the best outcome. Once our analysis is done, we can customize the display, toggle between 5-year and 10-year views, focus on certain metrics, or show only what matters for our strategy. We can also save the analysis to our account, reset inputs with one click, or export everything as a PDF report. And if the numbers look strong, we can just click the View Suburbs button and the platform will reverse engineer our strategy. How good is that? Showing suburbs that match our assumptions and investment goals. This flexibility means we can test endless scenarios, save our insights, and immediately find suburbs that fit our strategy and numbers all in one platform. So let's take a live example. Say we're browsing for properties for sale in Lavington, in the regional area of Albury, which by the way is a pretty good market to buy in. Because aside from there's a massive imbalance of demand versus supply, it's also an affordable area. There's a lot of infrastructure projects happening in that region too. On any of the for sale listings, click the Analyze Property button. Within seconds, the Property Analyzer loads everything. The advertised price, growth, rent, and charts, and shows the full 30-year projection. We can see how it performs against our income when it turns positive and how equity builds over time. It's fast, visual, and completely data-driven. Seeing this in action shows just how quick and the visual process is, turning complex property analysis into something anyone can do confidently. I bet even uni students can do the analysis. The Property Analyzer combines every angle, what you enter, what you see, and what the graphs explain, to give us complete financial clarity on any property we're considering. It's not just a calculator, it's a decision-making tool that shows whether a property truly fits our investment strategy today and decades into the future. If you want to try it yourself, there's a free trial link in the description below. You'll get full access to the Property Analyzer and every suburb in Australia updated monthly with live data. When we use the Property Analyzer, we're not guessing, we're strategizing. We're seeing the full financial journey before we even sign the contract. So, before our next property purchase, don't guess. Analyze it. Because data doesn't just tell us what's happening. It shows us what's coming. Again, I'm Gilbert Melgar. See you inside.